Hi, this is Rick Eymer with the Palo Alto Weekly, and we're here today with Sharon Nejad. She is a freshman at Menlo School playing basketball here. Last week, she scored 56 points in 3 games and had 33 rebounds. Menlo won all 3 games, of course, and clinched second place in the West Bay Athletic League behind Pinewood. And Sharon is our Athlete of the Week as a result. And let's talk about kind of just the week that was, that you had a really incredible week. And how did you do?
Definitely. I think I was kind of hungry for it because the past few games before this week, I don't know, I was in a rut. I couldn't really get out of it. I wasn't scoring many points. I was just really passive on the court. But I told myself I got to get into it or else we're going to lose this game. And so that really helped me get through it, and all my teammates' support especially.
Yeah, that's great. So, sometimes you come in as a freshman and you don't want to do anything. But obviously, one of the things you talked about earlier before the tape was rolling was that you knew some of the teammates before coming in, and that kind of helped, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Since I know the teammates, I knew the coach for over 3 years, so I wasn't afraid to speak up. I wasn't afraid to speak my mind, and they really put a lot of trust in me, especially pulling up a freshman and putting them on varsity. They all take risks having me on this team, and so I think I just really needed to prove it to them.
Oh, that's great. And of course, now it's a young team anyway. You only have only one senior, so you're kind of building something here, I guess. And do you talk about that, maybe not just this year, but what could happen to this program?
Definitely. We only have one senior, but she helps out tremendously. Sunmyo, she's there for everything. She's a great leader, and we actually have a leader from basically each grade. So we have a junior leader and a sophomore leader, and they really help us get us together because Avery Lee and Maya and Sun, they all bring us together, and they're like our second coaches. They really help us get together, get back on it, stay focused, and next year, or when we're the big dogs, when we're all seniors, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that should be. I mean, thinking about it, Pinewood's graduating 2 big-time seniors, and geez, if you only had the chance to play them without them this year.
Yeah, if only.
Yeah, I only say that because Pinewood, of course, is nationally ranked.
Yes.
Yeah, they were second in the state last year in the Open Division, so it's that's a pretty good team to have to play. And you're only lost in league so far, so it's pretty good resume. But just talk a little bit about teamwork and how how things evolve around you and Avery, of course, are the big scorers, but everybody else contributes.
Oh, definitely. Everyone, as the Warriors say, it's strength in numbers. If you're not scoring as much, people are getting rebounds. If you're not getting rebounds, you're playing defense. And we just have this sense of tenacity, and we're always running, we never give up. And it's just, if you mess up, there's always someone there to pick you up. We always have someone saying, next shot, good shot. And it's just feeling like you can mess up. It really helps you play better. So.
Yeah, that you're not afraid to make mistakes, in other words. Yeah, and you guys like to push the ball, and I know Avery is just a son of a gun as far as,
I love Avery.
But maybe talk about just, do you have kind of a connection with her on the court? I mean, it seems like you guys are handling the balls a lot.
Definitely Avery, on and off the court. She was the first one during the season when I first came to the team. She came to me outside of school during lunch. She would hang out with me. All the girls do. They're just really, and she'll come and hang out with all the freshmen. It'll just be her, and she's just really loving and caring. And I think that kind of translated onto the court because she puts trust in me and I put trust in her, and she's really good at kicking the balls out and giving everyone a chance to score. So. Yeah,
and now some of the goals you set for this year, they're coming around, I'm sure. And but one of the things I guess you're looking forward to is the postseason when you don't have to play Pinewood. You're in kind of your own division.
Yeah.
And did you talk about that at all?
One of our main goals is to beat Pinewood, getting towards pushing ourselves, getting better fundamentals, and in the off season things will be easier, but easier isn't always better. So it's actually fun playing against Pinewood, having to push ourselves, having to guard these great shooters, having to stay disciplined. It was just a great experience.
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's one of the things about the WBAL. It's such a great league. Every team is already qualified for CCS. So, I mean it's that good of a league. But it's like anything. You got to rise to the occasion, and I guess that's what you've been doing. But you also set kind of a standard for yourselves too, huh?
Definitely. If I'm not playing too well, I'll try to help on something else. I'll try to keep the spirit up. I have to contribute to the team some way or another, and I think that's what we all live by.
Yeah, and then again, it'll be in Division IV. I think that you've had some pretty good success there in the past, and I'm not sure how they're going to work it because CCS is always crazy in their pairings. But when you do think about the postseason, I mean, this will be your first experience. Have you guys kind of talked about what might be happening then?
I actually have no idea what's going to happen. This is all very new to me, but I think John Pay told us that we were going to Maryland in the summer for the top 20 teams in the nation or something. I don't know. So that's going to be fun. That'll definitely it's a big test for us.
Did you expect to be this good? I mean, team-wise, this good, this so when you're so young?
I did not expect this at all. As in the beginning, I knew we were a good team. I knew these girls since like forever, but we were so young. We were all sophomores and freshmen, and we had one senior, and we were such a small team on top of all of that, so I had no idea that we would ever make it this far. Yeah,
well, you know, you put in the work and you practice and you get a couple of good players, and that'll happen. So we've been talking to Sharon Nejad. She is our Athlete of the Week this week, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, you can click that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.